Hello everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to tonight's stream where we are back in Icarus once again to do some grinding for resources so that we can progress a bit further. So no big exciting plans, but we have a lot of little things to accomplish. It's going to be a very busy stream, especially if I end up squirreling after a bunch of other stuff. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. It is crazy that it is already Tuesday. But yeah, it's been a good week for me, so I'm glad to see you all. Let me say hello to everybody. Sometimes this one takes a minute to kick in, so I'm going to do this and then say hello to everybody. Oh, it's already there. Kevin, Moose, Marisol, Bill, Sarah, Wander, Christy, welcome. It's good to see you. Hey, Kimmy, welcome. Smokey, good to see you. I think I got everybody. Okay, so I did spend some time off screen today, just grinding resources, just going out, gathering resources, coming back. I set up some drills. It all started because I wanted a thumbnail, and then I was like, well, I'm already in. I might as well do XYZ. So good news, knock on wood. Okay, I'm about to say this, but let's all knock on wood. All 5 of our pets are currently still here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing at the moment. We might have to rearrange them because they're all... I don't think this one can get to the water, maybe? I don't know. They're all huddled here, but we have all of them. Nobody has joined the circus. There are no new circus-dwelling pets at the moment, even when I was kind of running around doing stuff, so we should be good. The only other thing I did was I went over and put a drill on platinum. So you have a drill on platinum right now, one on gold, one on copper, and I went and put one on the titanium as well, since platinum and titanium are the ones that we really don't get in the caving in this biome. I just went and threw them all out there. The first thing we're going to do is run around and check them and swap fuel out on them, because they should be ready to get fueled up. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I was running around doing things, but I didn't change anything or do anything drastic. The only thing I did was throw this thing back out. This is what I've been using specifically for my frozen ore, just so I can keep track of what I'm getting from the frozen ore versus just in general. So this is just kind of my specific frozen ore thing. Everything else you'll see is exactly the same. I did take a little simple quest a second ago. I want to do these. We're going to sprinkle these in as well. I would love to do some of the house ones where I can get a free beacon. That would be the goal, so I can set up even more drills. I need to have beacons on them or I will forget. The only reason I remember the copper one is because it's like right across from our house, but these ones, I'd never find them again. Even with my little printed paper map, it was still a bit of a struggle to find exactly where they are in the brush and in the area. So we'll see. But first, let me take a look at what we need for this. So sticks, stones, fiber and sticks. And where's the wooden hammer? Okay, yeah, so stone, sticks, fiber. Not that bad. I'm just going to run around and collect it fresh, honestly. Might as well not use the stuff that I've already spent collecting. I did this tool one just to kind of clear it out. It was my only option. And then it ended up being such simple stuff that I was like, okay, no, we'll actually do this one. I was going to cancel it. Sometimes you do these tool quests and it's ridiculous stuff that you don't have unlocked or will never use. So if it had been anything that we don't already have unlocked, I would have abandoned it. Because I don't need to be messing around with that. I don't need to be wasting points on stuff that's not necessary to my actual gameplay right now. So we need 2 fire whackers. You do the tool quest and it asked you for a bunch of medical stuff you didn't have unlocked? Yeah, I did one and it wanted spears. So I needed to make 3 different tiers of spears, which took a lot of metal and was an utter waste. Like the reward I got in return for it was just not worth it. I was like, this is dumb. Can I make 2 of these as well? I can. Okay, perfect. Where is this pod? This way? I have plans for the house too. So we've got some other stuff that I've got planned out. Let me finish thinking about the goals. So the goals, the drills. I want to build a fabricator. The fabricator is the next step up of our crafting bench, and it will let us start crafting electricity, tier 4 items, basically, which is what we want to get into. So we're going to build that. Forgot I had one little stone roof in the midst of all of that other nonsense. So yeah, we're going to craft that. We're going to take a look at some of those workstations that I would like to have. We need a fishing bench for a quest that I want to do. And then I have the the flooring for my greenhouse. So I want to lay out the base of the greenhouse so we can get an idea of where that's going to go. Where is this pod? Is it up there? Must be up there. Okay. Oh, I did change one thing. 2 things. I added this little platform right here because I kept falling off the edge when I got to the top. And I finally swapped this thing for... and so it's not wood anymore, so now I can get all the way up here. We are going to upgrade the wood bridge. I crafted those pieces. I haven't put them in, but we are finally going to be doing that. Is that everything? Did it not put in the second fire whacker? Oh yeah, no it didn't. Okay, fire whacker. Because that wooden bridge needs to go. I'm so tired of repairing the wooden bridge. Alright, what have we got? Machete. Oh, do I have avocados already? I don't remember if I have avocados already. The machete's fun. Not really necessary. It works like a scythe, but you can't put the scythe attachments on it. But it has like the same general effect as a scythe, like the percentage of extra plant harvest that you get. I think I'm going to take the avocado just in case. I don't want to run all the way back home and check my seed bag. My goal for this game, the same as any of my others, is that I want every single crop in the game in my greenhouse. So worst case, especially since you don't automatically get seeds at the moment, we'll just have some extra avocado seeds. That'll be fine. I'm gonna play the mystery game. Let's see what we've got here. All of my seeds are living in my seed bag, and... Hold on. I didn't see it. We do not have avocado. Perfect. We do have pumpkin. Okay, cool. So that worked out. We did need that one. Perfect. Let's put that back in there. It's really handy for holding seeds, even in the storage. As part of the seed update rework that they did, they kind of adjusted things after the first week that they changed it. They added extra inventory slots. So it actually holds much more than it used to. It's really handy for keeping my storage under control. And then we're gonna go put these in the fridge. I don't think I really have anything I want to cook with them. You can make like stuffed avocado. I don't have bread to make avocado toast. Is it soybeans? I think it's soybeans to make stuffed avocados. It is, and I don't think I have soybeans. Oh, that would have been a long shot. Let's just tuck them in here. Because I don't think... I could pickle them if I had glass jars. I could make glass jars. 20% extra experience. It'd be better than throwing them away. Let's go make a few glass jars. Let's unlock the way to make glass jars. I don't have that unlocked. Glass. Is that tier 2 or tier 3? Tier 2? Oh, I want the beehive. Got distracted as I was scrolling. No, it must be tier 3. I just not go far enough. Smoker, we'll want that. Here we go, glass jar. Okay, perfect. And then I think we will need iron. Thankfully, in this game, it is smart enough that we do not consume the glass jars. That is the silliest thing in Raft, that you end up eating them. It's so silly. Alright, we're gonna go fill up my watering can. Because I use my watering can for cooking purposes, as one does. What's that? I think we're gonna make all 14. I mean, we might as well. We've got the glass jars. Wrong box. It's always handy to have shelf-stable food. Put my spare jars in here anyway. Okay, and then those can stack. Get rid of the bone. Let's go sleep. I already lost track of what I was doing. We're going to upgrade the bridge. That's what we're going to do. First thing in the morning. Okay. First thing in the morning. Let me grab the pieces. That was here. So I made scoria pieces just because I had all the random scoria rock from my frozen ore. So I figured might as well use that. Honestly, pickled avocado doesn't sound great to me either. Like, it's a little... I mean, I don't know. Avocado's squishy. When I think of pickled foods, I think, you know, like pickles, cucumbers. I guess people pickle eggs. I don't know. I just don't picture squishy things. Okay. Upgrade this. Perfect. I didn't do that piece, but honestly, we probably don't even need that anymore. I put it in because I kept falling, getting water, but I mostly use the water up here. So I don't think we really need that. We can fix it real quick just because we're here. I've just been reminded that people pickle pig's feet, and now... I mean, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but that's disgusting. Ooh, crocodile. Hello. Hello, friend. Ooh. I just one-shot a crocodile. Hey, Brad, good to see you. Alright, so put that away. Let's run around and do our drills. I should have written out a goals list so I could keep track of myself and make sure I was, you know, following the goals list, but I didn't do that, so it's fine. Let's put those wooden pieces up here in my... We can put them in the go box, just for the heck of it. Food. I convert the white meat into regular meat. I don't think I need more bacon. We have kind of an 59 bacon. I think we have enough on the bacon. These are done. Perfect. Let's put the meat out here. I think they rearranged themselves looking for food. Ooh, I left your saddle on? That wasn't a good idea. Thankfully that worked out okay. Sea breeze. Long Island is in the best shape, so we're gonna take Long Island's. But I might have to like put the saddle on and manually move everybody because they were nicely lined up and I think they just got in each other's way. Make some bone. I just want to offload as much as I can before we go running around. Extra oxide can go in here. Throw the stone in my masonry bench. That'll be a good home for it. Leather. Stick it in here for now. Oh, also, side note, So we were talking a lot about obsidian armor the last time and how much I want it. And I was thinking of way over here in tier 4 after the electric textiles bench, there's obsidian armor. And this is what I was imagining working towards. It takes composites, which is like late game tier 4 stuff to make. But this is what I was imagining, and it taking a long time to get there. When I was scrolling, I realized that there's a tier 2 obsidian armor that still has the 90% fire resistance for if we go to the lava area. So we're going to have to make this before we do the quest to go hunt lava animals. So, right, yes. Some of us were talking about it. Anyway, it's more accessible like earlier than I thought. I thought I'd have to wait until later. So we're going to craft this up at some point. I think it is slightly better. Like if we look, a pair of leather bottoms, 8543. And this one is 8 still. Less cold resistance, more heat resistance, obviously. And then some exposure resistance is 4. So they're very, very similar. Very similar, but easily accessible. So when I was looking at it, I'm going to be all over the place. I'm sidetracking myself so bad. When I was looking at the quest, we have 2 left to do before we do the story mission. I want to do these 2 side quests first. There's the one to get the miasmic tools, which requires a whole ton of tier 4 items and work. But I do really want the miasmic tools, so we're going to have to do it. The other one is going to the lava zone and hunting and fishing. So that one's going to be kind of time consuming because we're going to have to live in the lava zone for a bit, which is going to be interesting. But that's my next one, I think. I was going back and forth between the 2. I think we're going to tackle the lava base one first. Good point with the sticky note. I should have already written this out. So we need a fishing bench for that because we have to hunt animals and catch fish. So we'll throw down some fish traps while we're hunting, and then go from there. And then we also are going to need a little base out there, so we'll need some extra building materials for that. I might get resources and then let my builder character make it, because the building character can craft the actual pieces for cheaper, so it's a little bit more efficient to do it that way. But the other cool thing is we can play with our cold steel a bit. The lava creatures are weak to frost damage, cold damage, so using all of our cold steel stuff before we upgrade to miasmic stuff, I think will be fun. It'll flow well. Okay, anyway, it's now like 9 in the morning. Let's grab our spare biofuel cans. And then let's go do that. I'm going to run and do the copper one on foot because it's literally right down the hill. And then we will grab Long Island to go get the other ones. Oh, it's a drac in the water. Well, you're stuck out there, so it's fine. Is he gonna be able to get out of the water at me? No. Are you gonna destroy my thing I just fixed? I don't care enough about that to get myself in the water and then have to get out of it. Hey, Salem, good to see you. Yep, we definitely will not be building out of wood there. The wood does catch fire. That is an actual problem that we would face if we did that. There you are. Gonna be one right there. You can see his little thingy. We've gotten so much aluminum that I'm gonna switch to aluminum arrows as my main and stop carrying flint arrows around, I think. And then I'm also gonna make cold steel arrows for different things. Will I be using the beacon to call a transport building to the lava biome? You know what? I'm not sure. I was thinking of just bringing the moa or horse, but it might be easier to call it over. It's going to be in stages. Like, ideally, I would like to have a permanent location out in the lava biome, but I'm not sure because we have to hunt and fish in a specific place out there. I don't know if where the quest is going to send me is where I want to build. If that makes sense. Kind of like with the tree house. Like, yeah, it had me build a base in the swamp, but it was in a dumb spot. So I didn't want to keep it there. But it's just going to be basic. But later we're going to bring power to it. I want to put a repair bench in. Oh yeah, I do need to eat. I'm going to put a repair bench in it. I love the repair bench for my outposts. Because, like, normally to repair stuff, like, okay, I have to come here to repair my lantern. I can fix my bow and my knife and stuff over here. If I want to fix my armor, I have to have a textiles bench. So you're kind of running around in your base, which is fine. But if you're out and about in the world, that's not ideal to have to be jumping through hoops to repair your stuff. But there's a repair bench you can craft, and then it just does all of the... You can repair everything in one place as long as you have the materials in it. So you can bring, like, you know, leather, steel, iron, whatever it is that you need to fix your stuff, and just leave it in that bench. And it will, you can do everything all at once, which is really good. Sea breeze, Long Island. I'm actually not sure if the path there is pet friendly at all. It might be like a scouting mission first, and then we'll decide. I know you can get there through a cave. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. It's a one-stop shop for repairing your stuff, which is much nicer for being out at an outpost. Oh, I never ate. Do that before I forget. Drop pod. Fun fact, that is my building character's drop pod. It just exists in the world now because that character is technically here. So we'll need power out there eventually. Like, the repair bench does take electricity, so that'll be a thing we have to worry about. The miasmic quest requires us to craft 4 solar panels. So I'll probably just, like, craft those things and then, I don't know, gather them all back up for that quest requirement, because those are expensive. Okay, we've got our platinum. And then our gold is this way. We never finished caving in the cave with the titanium in it. So maybe we'll do that. I didn't have ramps with me, so I couldn't grab the exotics. There was a bunch of iron in there. It'd be fun if you could disassemble drop pods. I wish you could disassemble quest items in general. I'd get so much stuff if I could take apart those the water drills. Oh, I did do that off screen too. I have all these biofuel cans back. I ran back to the Arctic. Took Daiquiri on a run. That's why Daiquiri had the saddle on. I took Daiquiri for a run to go grab the biofuel cans back. I said the last time that I would leave it in case we wanted to go back and grab ice there at some point. I left them running, but I didn't realize at the time how much ice we were going to get just from the frozen ore. Like, since the ice is an option from the frozen ore, we've got a ton of it. So we're really never going to have to go back to the Arctic. And it was just a waste of my biofuel cans, so I ran and got them back. Okay. I'm gonna come right back for you. Don't die. Just need to kill the worms. I have really bad luck with this. Coming a little bit further now that we got those first few. And then we are just going to stick a ramp in the entrance. Nothing crazy, but it should keep anything from just wandering right in. I know, I played without you guys. Just a bit. Nothing exciting. I was going to record it. Like, I had it all set today, and I was like, oh, I'll just record an episode of busy work around the base, and then, you know, I can do it that way. And then I realized that I'm streaming it tonight. So there would be zero chance that I could get an episode out to, you know, premiere and chat with you guys while I did it, but then also stream it tonight. So I was like, well, maybe next time. Okay, I want your inventory, not you. So this is really good. Got plenty of titanium. Take some of this back. There we go. 109.9 out of 110. That could not have worked out better. Alright, now let's finish our own... This is the annoying thing about the lay down thing. They get up and lay down and get up and lay down a lot. But I also don't know if that's why they're not going to the circus. Because I changed it so instead of wandering around, they all just lay down, and we haven't had one leave us since. Which could be a complete coincidence, but I'm afraid to test it. Because do we really want to lose some just because I undo that one thing? Yeah, stay is good. That's like the other one. That's where I was going with that, actually, is that I might just put them back on stay and see what happens. It also might be less annoying to have them on lay down if I build like an actual barn for them. I want them to have a little barn to live in. It's gonna be great. That's not what I meant. We just blocked the thing I was trying to get up here for. We'll probably pick one of the horses. I'm less attached to the horses, so we can test it on a horse. That's a good idea. Just pick one. The reason the miasmic tools are so good, and I want them, I knew that you get like infected pieces. So kind of how we're getting frozen ore, but with the miasmic tools, you get infected pieces. And I knew you got epoxy from trees, and that was a whole thing. Oh, the sound of my drill just scared me. I was like, what is in here? It's my drill. Sorry, that totally sidetracked me. I got freaked out by the sound of it. Oh yeah, so I didn't realize, like, the frozen ore that we're getting... I need to jump this. The frozen ore that I'm getting is random. Like, we tested it out, so you get a random 5 something from every one that you do. With the miasmic tools, the pieces are poisonous, so you take damage from carrying them, so that's a challenge. But you get what you mined. So if I mine exotic, I get extra exotic. If I do iron, I get extra iron. Same for all of them. So instead of being a random chance, you're guaranteeing yourself extra of whatever resource you're purposely mining for. So that's really cool. Yeah, they'll still go eat and drink. They will get themselves moving on their own, even if they're on stay. It freaks me out every time I get home from a run with one of my animals, because like I'll open the gate for them and then they just run in, and I'm not ready for them to do that because we've been on an adventure and they've been on stay successfully the whole time. It freaks me out when they do it, but they will do it. Oh, Sarah, you're getting stuck on the hedgehogs? Yeah. That's a problem. I don't know that I care about the coal, but I mean, we're right here. We should just get everything. Then I can check this cave off on my little map. The pieces from that one went flying. Can I get up that high? Yes. And this is why... Oh, I fell down. You can't leave home without your ramps. Okay, perfect. Someday we might come put one on aluminum, but we're getting so much aluminum from the frozen ore and from just finding it. Aluminum has the best conversion rate. And titanium and platinum are the worst, which is why I wanted to get these drills on them so early, if I could. Aluminum ore, so for every ore you get 1 ingot. So 1-to-1 conversion, which is the best of all of them. Most of them, like iron and copper, it's 2-to-1. But titanium and platinum are 5-to-1. So it takes a lot more ore to accomplish anything with titanium and platinum. So the earlier I can start collecting it, the better. And trying to go to tier 4, I am going to start needing it. I'll need it to make guns. And I think if we're going to go hang out hunting in the lava zone, I'm going to want the guns. Potentially with some cold steel ammo in them. I think that's a thing. I have to double check. Okay, now you are going to go back in here. I need to upgrade these. They're blocking each other. So there are bigger troughs that more than one of them can eat from or drink from at a time. Yeah, I've got to move them all. It's on our list, but not our top priority. I need to get my inventory empty so I can go take that saddle off. Alright, so we're going to put all of that in there. I have exotics somewhere already here. Put that there. I'm gonna make some steel out of this iron before I make iron out of it. 52 more steel. Because I think we have iron in here. Yeah, we have iron in here. And a little bit in here, not much. And like some spread around. Yeah, you can make smaller ones and assign them to them, so you can give them their own. Space-wise, I just like the bigger ones. And the bigger ones, you can hook up to your water network. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that with the small ones. Come on. But it's super handy to just hook the big one up to your water and never have to worry about it again. Ooh, another crocodile. We did not have as good luck with that one. Okay, we got him in the end. For some reason in my Styx game, this came up in my Styx game because I get a lot of wind storms, but not a lot of rainstorms. So I was constantly having to go manually fill up the water trough, which is super annoying. So I just put the water hook up to it. Okay, we gotta put the biofuel cans away so those can start refilling. We are going to need more things to biofuel. A lot more things. I throw like my spoiled meat in here, excess meat that I have. Fiber's a really good one. I started just putting wood in. I don't think wood is the most efficient. option, but it does work. Oh yeah, I gotta go empty off the bird. Take your saddle off, and then you have 8 skill points. Perfect. Okay, let's see. What do we want? Extra health. I'm gonna take this one so that I can get to movement speed. We're gonna make him 10% faster. Faster in the water. I like that one. And then we're going to do... You know what? Let's give him a point in fall resistance because that's probably a good idea. And then we'll do this one, tough as leather, so he has some physical damage protection. I probably need to go through and do all of their points. Your pug pet, you can give it a skill to make them learn how to fetch. That's so cute. I'm actually extra sad that we lost Daisy because I discovered in another game that one of her skills, one of the skills that you can give Daisy is to increase the physical resistance of everyone near her. So if we still had Daisy, then we could have used her to just buff up everyone's physical resistance while they were in the pen, just in case something slipped through and got in there with them and we weren't around. It would just make them a little bit safer. I thought she had no purpose, which is why I felt bad, because I was like, oh, she has no purpose. Daisy was a main quest, so there will be no Daisy. Yeah, look how much aluminum we have. This much, plus what's in there, plus all of this in here. We have a stupid amount of aluminum right now. Like, I don't have enough space for it, amount of aluminum. We're gonna have to start putting it in here. So my takeaway from that is no more aluminum. We have some in here, but we're just gonna leave it in here. This furnace can't process it anyway, so it'll just sit here until we need it. We have so much obsidian. It's very funny because at the beginning I was like, oh, this is great. There's an obsidian thing near home. We can use that to put a drill on. So we'll be able to get a obsidian really early in the game. And then turns out that we don't have an issue with obsidian at all. We have obsidian coming out of our ears. If you bring someone else to the map, are the main quests already finished? Yes. The quest line is by map. So if we go to the thingy, I'm going to do it through the window again. If we go to the thingy, you'll see it's like mission completed. It's grayed out. You can't do them over again. If we were here on a different character, like this is just the world. This is the status for this map, regardless of what character you're using. So we will never get a Daisy on this map again. Hey, Byron, good to see you. I've been doing well. Hope that you're good. Yeah, so we lost our chance at a Daisy. She left us for the circus. I'm not sure if we deserved it or not, but there you are. Okay, so back on track. I want the fabricator. That'll take some aluminum. Perfect. Concrete mix. The fabricator is going to replace the machining bench. So I'm going to put it where it should be, and then I can get rid of this thing that's just floating in the middle of the floating in the middle of space. 8 carbon fiber and 20 aluminum. I did make some carbon fiber earlier, so that's done. And then grab 20 more aluminum. And then we can make the fabricator. Perfect. This is our first tier 4. Well, that's not true. Some of these tools might be. But this is our first crafting tier 4 item. So now... Oh, we leveled up too. Now we can put this right here. Perfect. Okay, now we'll empty out this thingy. Put all that stuff into this thingy. Probably have too much stuff in here. And we'll need to thin that out, but that's okay. Then we need all the stuff out of this thingy. Which it turns out is too much stuff. Yeah, you were in 2 different worlds when you did it. Yeah, that's why it let you... Let's put the steel in here so we can process it. I'm gonna put a bunch of this in here just to clear space. There we go. Hey, Swanee, good to see you. We haven't squirreled too badly, but it's kind of an entire squirrel stream. So, also kind of. I'm just jumping around in tasks a lot, but that's the point. So it's a mix. I didn't want that in there. I wanted this in here. The gunpowder can go in there. The wheat was in there. I have no idea why I have this poison sack, but it's just going to go in there for now. True, it's prepping. It's prepping a large variety of items. Okay, so now if we're in here, you can see that a bunch more stuff is added. Maybe you can't see, but we've got the electricity tool now. So we're going to want that. I'm just going to go ahead and make it. And then what do I need for my beehive? See, I'm squirreling again right there. Okay. I don't know that I've unlocked any of the other things that I want. I might have to take a gander through the tech tree because I'm not seeing any of the stuff here, so I probably didn't bother to do it. 12 copper nails. We need the fishing bench. I forgot that I wanted that, but now I remember, so we need to do it. Let's make the fishing bench. And that way we can make the fish traps that we're going to need. Now this thing is empty and it is useless. So we're going to go and we can put it in our old workstations box, which I think is this one. Yeah. So yeah, we can see we had the crafting bench, then the machining bench, and now we have the fabricator. I'm gonna go put this fiber into the biofuel thingy. I gotta go gather some stuff to put in here. I need these 4 to be full by the time we want to go run around and do our drills again. Trying to keep an eye on this because I don't want it to run out of space, and I think it's going to just because of the way things stack. Like, the platinum is in here in a stack of 100, but when it processes, it'll be smaller. Like, I think it only stacks to 20 like everything else, so... We're going to take some copper and some gold out so I can convert it to wire. You go through an absolutely stupid amount of wire. Like, absolutely crazy. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. We will need some steel screws and stuff, but potentially not yet. So if I want to do a few more mining drills, we can do that as well. I still have 70 electronics left. But I gotta think about what else would I want it on. I could put it on something like stone or clay or iron. We have like our 4 main like big crafting ones. So we could put one on iron just to have it. We really have no shortage of anything right now. So maybe we just leave it alone and we can always move one if we need to. If I had like an endless amount of resources, I would put one on everything. And then if I needed something, I just would go grab it, you know? Like there would be a full drill of everything waiting for me if I ever needed it. But I don't think we're at that point. I'm looking at my map, looking at my little paper map and trying to decide if there's anything worth doing. But I don't think there is. Everything I had on my mind, we already have a ton of. Maybe stone for building purposes. Stone's really easy to get, but if I could just grab it off the drill, that would be easy too. I'll think about it. Hey, Luna, it's good to see you. Okay, these things are going. What else was I going to do? What else was on my list? Oh, haha, I remember. See, this is everywhere. Let's take a look at the mini jobs. That is not what I was going to do, but I saw it and now we're going to do it. Let's do the hidden cache. It's probably going to be something dumb like cooked meat. Because the hard caches tend to be cooked meat for some reason. But just to clear it out, search the area for the hidden cache. So what I was thinking, my actual aha moment, was my greenhouse. I want to see how this lays out. So my plan, my rough plan, I'm going to have to move this thing, which is a waste of water. But my plan is to build it this way. So 2 wide and then coming down this way, I'll be able to put a door from the kitchen. So we'll go from the kitchen straight into the greenhouse. And it will go this way. I will build a animals like barn in the middle, kind of where they are now, but actually build something and then extend these walls out. And then I'm going to have to expand the workshop section of the house because some of the stations are big. So I can do like a 2x2 expansion here and then maybe even another row off of this side. Fill up my extra thermoses with water. It's tainted water though. I guess I could put it in the stove, like for cooking purposes in the kitchen benches. I just have to be careful not to mix it up and drink it. I will refill my watering can for sure. It's a bit of a bummer that you can't fill this thing. You can't, like, cooking it doesn't make the water safe. Build a container. It'd be nice if cooking it made the water safe. All right, so that's full. Perfect. I don't think I mind enough to bother with the thermoses, but we are going to pick it up. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I might not put it down at all. Pretty sure we got it for free. Because ideally, I would upgrade it to the metal one or the rain barrel. The metal one I can pipe directly into the feed things. I don't know. You can't do that. You can't wire anything in with this one. So here's the leap of faith that I took. I have no idea what scoria brick looks like. And that's the material that I decided to make my floors out of. So this is the idea. It occurs to me that my greenhouse on my other world is 3 wide, I think. I think it's 3. Well, no, maybe it's 2. Because there's 2 sets of planters. And then I have a path down the middle and then more planters on this side. So yeah, I think it probably is this big. Anyway, we're about to find out what scoria bricks looks like. I like the concrete floors for the greenhouse, but I don't have that. So this will be our greenhouse floor for now. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It still has this, like, texture to it that I don't love. It's better than the floors, right? Like, it's better than this, which is just the plain scoria floor. It does look a little, like, dirty, so good for a greenhouse. I don't hate it. It's a good use of the scoria, which I got for free. So it does have a good greenhouse vibe to it. Putting it on my house this way also will save me some glass and hopefully still count. I'm thinking of doing scoria for the lava zone too, because it'll fit in. Because either that or concrete. I haven't decided if I'm going to go scoria or concrete for the lava zone base yet. Oh, I forgot we're supposed to be doing something. There's a cache over here. I totally forgot about that. So we'll go grab that. Now this was just to get it laid out. My fridges are in the way for actually putting a door in here at the moment, so I'm not going to bother. I don't have the glass walls, but this is the vision. This is the vision. I might change the vision. I might make it a little bit fatter but skinnier. I don't know. I wanted to kind of get it laid out though, and that's what I'm thinking. So let's do this. We're gonna sleep through the night, then go look for that cache. Turn our thingy on. It is morning. Let's check the forge thing. Yeah, see, we already have another 60 scoria. It builds up so fast. I love this frozen ore. It's so good. This place feels so open now. It's weird. I like it, but it's weird. Once we put in the giant workstation, the foundry. Yeah, once we put in the foundry, we can get rid of this forge. So we don't have to have like 2 giant workstations. Thank you for saying it looks nice. I'm proud of it. This still needs to be fixed because we've got this weird thing happening here. But like, it's a nice big rectangle. The building in this is, I do an impressive job for me, right? And that's all that matters, is your own stuff, right? Like, I'm improving for myself, not compared to anybody else. But my own building attempts are improved in this game. Are you walking on my greenhouse? Of course you are. Okay, we don't need it. I figured like the 2 sideways rectangle wing situation with a courtyard in the middle for the animals was going to be like a good shape vibe. Because let's be real, it's still just a giant box, but I'm trying to like put some specific purposes on sections of the box. Your workshops there, you have the benches back to back along the middle so you can still look out the window. It's nice. I think making it as big as I did, I kind of envisioned having some stuff in the middle and some stuff on the edges and having it all fit. It's going to get kind of crazy when the big stuff starts popping in. I also built this based on my Styx game, my knowledge of my Styx game, which I have all the things I want in my base in that game. It's nothing fancy, but I have the things that I want. And so using that spatial thought process, I made this base size. But I forgot that this game has, or this map rather, has extra stuff. I'm going to need the organic residue cleaner, which apparently is very large. So it's going to be extra things. Kimmy, you build as you go? Yeah, building as you go just makes sense to me. It's so funny because I primarily, if I play the game with anyone else, obviously it's my husband, and he is not that way. So in our game together, we've been in it for like 3 hours, and we've got this ginormous house that is built across a river just for funsies. And I'm just like, I was living in a 2x2 shack at this point. We are going to be out in this storm when it's not good. Also, normally I can see the smoke of it, but I think the extra storm haze is hindering that because normally... Oh, there it is. Well, maybe not. I just assumed when I saw the Drax jumping around. Because there's a whole pack of them right here. Sometimes the hard ones on the other maps will have wolves. jumping around them. Oh, hello. There's more of you. I thought we were done. No, there's still more. I don't see the box though, so maybe this is a coincidence. I'm gonna take some damage here. Other bodies. I've seen that too, Kimmy, the storage where you put like a row above all of the benches. I was super entertained by that idea compared to just a big storage room. Oh, I could photo mode trick it, yeah. The camera floats in photo mode, so you can like go up and get a better aerial view for what's happening around you. It's got to be the haze, because normally you can see that smoke rising from the chest from really far away. There it is. We were way off. Way... Oh, hello. I stumbled upon the bodies. I am missing a food item. I only have 3. I have 4 stomach slots. I need to look at the alterations bench too, because I was also watching a video earlier. I was working on a project and just kind of listening to it in the background. Really? I think this might be worse than the meat. I think this is worse than the food. 61 wood and 13 sticks. I mean, at least we got the experience. That's so bad. Anyway, apparently there's a chest armor attachment. I want to cut these trees so bad, but we're focused. We're on a mission. There are so many Dracs out here. Like, the time we had to hunt a bunch of them, no Dracs to be found. Now I'm just trying to get home in this storm, and they're everywhere. Anyway, oh yeah, so apparently I always do pocket mods for my clothes. We talked about that last time. I'm probably not going to change that on a day-to-day basis. But apparently there's one that gives you an extra stomach slot. Now the video was about a year old, so it's entirely possible that that has changed because I don't remember seeing it, but maybe I just didn't read them closely enough. If I had 5 stomach slots, then I could eat another item and get a whole nother buff, which could be like an extra 225 health or 225 stamina. So I'm wondering if I just missed it or if they took it out. That bees? That is bees. If I want to build my beehive, I need bees. The beehive gives you... I want my arrow. Come on. The beehive gives you a buff to your crops if it's near them. So I put a beehive like in the middle of my greenhouse. And it reaches all of the crop plots for this size greenhouse. So we're going to want that up if we're building crops. Yeah, the iron plating one, I think, is that one. The one that's like a big... I mean, it's armor plating, so it increases your damage resistance. I wonder if they decided it was too OP to have a 5th potential food slot. Because it really would only be beneficial for going into fights. Day to day, I would want my pockets and my carry weight. can't believe how bad that... I've never seen one that bad. I mean, I thought the food ones were bad because it's usually like, you know, grilled squash or something. It's not good food. But that just reset the bar. That's what's interesting about watching videos on this game, is that they're so easily out of date because of how much they change in the game. So it's always a bit of like, oh, is this actually going to be relevant anymore? Or have they changed something? Let's look here. The person in the video was complaining about having to make a shovel because shovels aren't really worth anything. And I realized it's because that video was before they made dirt necessary for fertilizer and crop plots. It didn't used to take dirt. That wasn't a thing. But now everything takes dirt, so you really do need the crop plots. Okay, yeah, so they definitely have removed it. I'm not crazy. Okay, noise suppression, so less perceived threat, and crouch moving speed is better. Pockets, which is what we have. And then the plating. I thought it would be crazy that I missed something about an extra stomach slot. But I mean, I watched it. I watched him do it in the video, so it did exist at one time. They must have just decided that that was too much. Foreign visor. Yeah, okay. Hey, the Beyonder, so your current game, you can have 5 stomach slots. Do you remember how you did it? Is it like a combo of points? I was hoping there'd be one on the solo tree, but there's not. But it'd be cool if there was when I was looking at it earlier. Oh, actually, you know what? I think maybe there is an attachment, or a module for that, for stomach slots. It might be a module. One is the talent upgrade and one is the armor upgrade. So you have an armor upgrade, not a module, but an actual alteration bench upgrade. Maybe it's a tier 2 upgrade. There are things that are tier 2 upgrades that don't have a tier 1 equivalent, I think. We're not there yet. We don't have that bench. Cool. Okay, so that might be the difference. It might be the tier 2. We'll have to put a pin in that until I get there. Now I'll just switch to my other game later and look. I don't need this many T-bones, so we are going to grind that up, and then I'm going to put all this meat in the biofuel box, because I totally forgot that I was supposed to be getting things to put in here. Still carrying my water thingy. I really don't want the rain reservoir, but it's also not going to hurt anything to have it back out here, so let's just drop it down. It won't hurt anything. Perfect. And then, that's not my stairs. This is my stairs. Let's grab our crop plots. And kind of think through this. So, I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, so you can put 4 across. It's kind of annoying to like reach over, but because your scythe will highlight the plants okay, I just kind of suck it up and deal with it. Because my greenhouse in my other game is 2 full rows right next to each other, so you can't, but you can walk over them, it's fine. And then I have a path, and then I have 1 more row down this end with the beehive like here in the middle. And the beehive will reach everything with it done that way. I'm going to start just down here, just kind of throwing these ones in place, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the door yet. I'm not entirely sure if I'm even going to bother planting anything in them yet. I just wanted to see how this was going to be laid out. And I like it. Probably work on making more glass. We will need it. Already got some platinum. We are going to need more glass to be able to do all of that. So let's throw that in here. Probably going to have to take some of this out. Let's make more wire. Keep space in here. It will actually be nice to have the electric ones. And I wouldn't normally make two. Normally I make an electric one and I keep this concrete one going, so I still have two furnaces. I feel like now I've got two furnaces, but they're each doing something different. But the miasmic quest is going to require us to have two electric ones. So if I have to make it anyway, I might as well just put both in my house. All right, 60 gold wire, 60 copper wire. That should do its thing. Grind up all this bone. I don't need it. We're going to make some tree sap. Actually, I should go make some more sticks for tree sap. The biofuel thingy's almost out of that as well. So we're just going to make 1,000 sticks. That'll take a few minutes. We're kind of all over the place this stream. We really are. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, what do I need to make the beehive? What does that take? 30 refined wood, 10 honeycomb. We might not have the honeycomb. Never mind, we absolutely have the honeycomb. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, I got some of this stuff too. The acidic glands and the crystallized miasma. Some of those like snail slug thingies from the swamp have shown up outside my house. So just killing those two, I got that stuff. It'll be handy eventually. What did I come up here for? Oh yeah. We need refined wood, and I already forgot what the other thing was. Was it copper nails? I already forgot. It was copper nails. Okay. Let's grab them out of here. Beehive. The beehive with all the attachments on it is super OP later. Like, you'll just get so many beeswax and honey. It's ridiculous. Like, it's too much beeswax and honey. All right, we're going to stick this outside just because we can. I don't know that I'm going to bother with the bees on it yet. Maybe. Okay, so this is the floor tile. This one? Right? Yeah, this floor blends a little bit too well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. This is a floor tile. With all of the attachments on this thing, it ends up being 2 tiles wide, but it like spreads out in each direction. So you kind of want to put it in the middle. Like, it would need to go here, for example, like in the middle of the 2 spots, so that when you put on your expansions, it fits the 2 spots nicely. So for now, we're just going to stick it right here. I'm probably going to move this, but just to get it out here. Oh, that it mattered that I spun it around. So yeah, you put all these little attachments on it, and then you end up with the expanded storage. It will automatically take your beeswax and convert it into honey your honeycomb, and it will change it into honey and beeswax on its own. And you can put a queen bee in here, and the queen bee will produce worker bees to run the thing. So you end up with like a ton of stuff, and it's pretty self-sufficient. And look, you can see the little bees. All right, what else is on my list? I've totally lost track. The fishing bench. I made the fishing bench, didn't I? Did I make it, or did I only think about making it? We did make it. Okay. So for now, I'm going to put this... These things are going to move, and that's going to be a door. So my deep freeze is probably going to end up over here, and this side is where I'm going to put the oxygen and the water machine thingies. Can you use... I don't think you can use beeswax and honey for biofuel. No, you can't, unfortunately. I use the beeswax to make cured leather. I mean, I guess the fishing bench doesn't have to be in the kitchen. I just usually put it there because it has the, it has the word I'm looking for. The little butcher half where you make the fish fillets. Totally drawing a blank here, but that's what I'm getting at. This side. So this side you make the fish fillets, and then this side you make the traps and stuff. Platinum weave. So we need platinum weave, which takes platinum. I also desperately need to change this house to all be one thing. And we're going to go brick. I love the look of brick. And what I did learn from our greenhouse is that I am not going to like the brick as our house. So then the question becomes clay brick or stone brick. Clay brick is more expensive than stone brick. Well, maybe not more expensive, but like we'd have to hook up water before we'd get it. I guess it's not that bad. It's 1 to 1. 1 clay is 1 clay brick. I know that I like the look of a stone brick wall. I'm not sure I like the look of a clay brick wall. I've never done it. Although I really, really like the clay floor from the treehouse. That treehouse had a clay floor, and I really, really liked it. So we could go with that. Now, we only have 15 points here, and I need to start unlocking things. So what do we want? We need power. To get power, I think the easiest one is still going to be the water wheel for us. The solar panel's good, but it takes composites. We don't have that yet. So I think since we are right near the river, we're going to go water wheel. We need titanium plates for things. Although we don't maybe need it yet, so let's hold off on that. Where is the platinum? Platinum sheets. There's platinum sheeting somewhere. Advanced alteration bench. Oh, I want that. I think the wind turbine used to be good because the solar panel, like there were no batteries, so the solar panels stopped being useful at night. It's a little bit less, so you get 1750 power out of it compared to 2000 power out of the water wheel. But if you look at the ingredients for it, it's only 10 electronics, 10 steel, and then the rest is wood, stone, organic resin, and some copper nails. Whereas this one takes copper and gold wire, steel screws, and carbon fiber, so it's more expensive for less electricity. But if you're not near running water, then that's where this one becomes necessary. Because obviously it's a pain if you have to run this thing all the way from somewhere with no running water. So yeah, we're going to go water wheel. But there's nothing wrong with the wind turbine. We'll need the electric furnace. I'm trying to prioritize because I only have 14 points. So what am I going to make first? We need the material processor. And that does take titanium plates. Okay, so we are going to need to unlock titanium plates before we can get the foundry or the material processor. So let's go do that. Where is the platinum plating? I want the advanced textiles bench, but I might skip it. How expensive is the electric one? Jumping around again, guys. I'm sorry. The electric textiles bench is only 30 steel, some concrete, some electric, and some steel screws. That is not expensive. Sorry, Kim, I didn't see your question about building materials. Let me show you, because it does. So if you look at like the aluminum, for example, like it'll say +3 insulation from temperature. Concrete is +15 insulation from temperature. The scoria brick is +10. Clay brick is +10. So they do have temperature insulation levels, and you can see what they are, so you're not guessing. I think concrete is the best one that you can do, but it's not a lot. I mean, 15 versus 10, so the scoria brick would still be good for the lava zone. And the scoria brick, or the just regular scoria without being bricks, is still 10. The beeswax is +6. And if you compare that to regular wood is +3. So adding the beeswax to regular wood does make it better temps. So yeah, it's not biome difference, it's just actual temperature ratings that they have. Just gonna have to search it. Did I unlock honeycomb products? I mean, unlock gunpowder. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. This is not what I was looking for. Maybe tier 3, I guess, right? Platinum sheeting. Here it is. Platinum sheaths. Perfect. We need that. We need that. I'm tempted to go crossbows for the first time, too. Like a platinum crossbow with some cold steel bolts. Anyway, no. Focus. Focus. I do need to unlock the advanced textiles bench. I want the cured leather armor too, though. And I still haven't unlocked the obsidian armor. I need points for that. I have to really stop and think about what I'm unlocking and why. We are going to need the chemistry bench. That's going to take composites. I think a lot of this is going to start taking composites, so let's focus on that. Let's focus on that. That's back here at the materials processor. Then we need composite paste. We can't make composites without the electric furnace. And then we need the foundry to make anything out of all that stuff. Go titanium crossbow too. Want the advanced alteration bench. But want and need are not the same thing. We can save it. We'll level up a few more times. We don't even have bread dough yet or any of the medical stuff. I feel like I've done worse with my points on this character. I tried the beeswax one because I thought it would look cool, and I didn't like the look of it at all. I did it as like a potential indoor flooring, so it would be something other than like this wood texture. And it was kind of hideous. It still looked...
Stay on task. You can do it.
I know. I can't do it. I can't do it, though. That's true. There have been a couple of things to do. That's true. You're right. That's probably why this feels worse. Because I unlocked all of the cold steel stuff, which is new to this map. That was the other thing I wanted to do. I want to make more cold steel tools. Okay. We're going to get there. Did I unlock the cold steel tools? Oh, I don't think I did. Crap. I want them, though. So if we go to a cold steel knife, like normally right now I'd be making a platinum knife. That would be my next thing. Would be a platinum knife. Where's cold steel? Cold steel does the same damage as platinum, but you have a chance, or meats harvested with this knife will take longer to spoil. And the sickle plants harvested with it will take longer to spoil. So if we harvest things with these tools, we're getting like more time before they go bad, which is cool. And then the obsidian version has the opposite effect. So if you have the obsidian knife, it has the chance to cook your meat for you. And it has the chance to cook your vegetables or plants when you're harvesting them as well. So they have like opposite effects. I do want the knife. We're still using an iron knife. I never even went steel, let alone platinum or anything else. So we're going to go for the cold steel knife. And we'll hold off on the rest. The axe also has an effect. The axe, wood collected with it will burn for longer. But I don't like to burn wood, so I don't really care much about that. But yeah, it also has the freeze effect, which lowers the movement and melee damage of things that you stab with it. So it's good for like the combat stuff as well. Okay, anyway, focus. What do I need to make that? Steel screws. Have I made steel screws yet? Yes, I have. Okay. Steel screws, refined wood, which I'm still carrying on me. Aha, I can do it. I was like, wait, what's this one? It's the throwing knives. It's the cold steel throwing knives. Okay. I can also make cold steel arrows, which will be good. I'm going to swap out to aluminum arrows. I do want to do that. They're glowing because I have the perk to make them do more damage. These were crafted with the Deadly 2 for 5% extra damage. I now have Deadly 3. So like if I were to do it now, they would get 10% more damage. But I'd already crafted this stack, so it is what it is. But we're going to work through these, and then when I craft new ones, we'll get better perks from them. So that'll be nice. What next? I need a better scythe as well. Do I want to go cold steel? I need something other than the bone. We're still using the bone scythe. I think we're going to go cold steel on that too. We might as well. I mean, it's the new fun one. And we can make it right away. Perfect. So get rid of this. We'll put that away in a second. We've got our cold steel knife and our cold steel scythe. And then I think I have old tools in this one. Stick those in there. Does food last longer if harvested with it? Yes. Yep, that's the perk for this one. Foods last longer, and then meat and vegetables for whichever of these two you're using. Super handy. I also still only have an iron axe, so we're going to want to improve that at some point too. That never made it on my list. What else is on my list? Can I make the water wheel? We already made the electricity tool, so that's good. The water wheel, all we're missing is some steel, some copper nails, and some wood. Actually not bad at all. Where did I put my copper nails? Right here. I had one over here for a while. I still do. Okay, perfect. Now can I make a water wheel? Yes. Power! Hey, cat. Good to see you. Okay, we have access to power. Am I doing anything with it yet? Not really, but we have the ability to. It's there as a choice. Stick that in there. We're filling these things up. It's crazy. Okay, let's go put it in. I'm not even going to bother hooking it up because I don't have anything yet that runs on power, but just for the sake of having it. There's crocodiles in the water. 2 of them. I love how quickly the crocodiles sink when you kill them. Where's the other crocodile? Right there. Apparently the whole world just wants to be out here outside our house right now. The problem with the crocodiles is like getting an angle on this guy is going to be a pain in the butt because I am not jumping in the water with him. Missed on that one. There we go. Alright, let's see what happens when we skin this guy now. with our new fancy knife. So now the meat has a circle around it. It goes bad in 20 minutes. Ooh, 100%. So it's the same as salting it. I didn't realize it would be that good. It's the same as putting salt on it. I wonder if you can stack that. And if you stack that, would it go to 40 or would it go to... Because normally it would be 10, right? So it stacks to 20. But if you have 20 and you salt it, will it go to 40? I've accidentally drank the water when I'm trying to skin stuff so many times. I am glad I kept my ramp. Yes, I am. But interestingly, so it's just a chance to have it happen, I guess. Not necessarily a guarantee. Because this meat did not get it. And neither did this white meat. Okay, so actually that's going to be kind of annoying. Only because now we've got 2 different stacks going in our inventory, which is not the best. What happened to that pig? Also, does anybody remember what I came down here for? Oh, my water wheel! I remembered! Alright, I want it to be close enough that I can grab the... You have to periodically come down and clean it out. I just realized... So loud. My ramp doesn't have support. You can see this one looks a little cracked. I might have to put a pillar under it. It was fine when it was wood, but now it is... Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because the support is coming from a wood one. I know this doesn't matter, and it's so funny because there's little things that I just don't care about. Like, it drives my husband nuts that I don't care about the directionality of the floor pieces. But the water wheel was going the opposite way of the flow of the water. And that did bother me. Like, the water's flowing that way, the wheel should flow that way. And then I should be able to do this right from my ramp now. Yeah, we just have to come down occasionally and clear it out. It'll fill up here once there's 50 items in it. Then it will stop working and you'll stop having power. So I hear you up there. See, he died from the periodic frost damage. Okay, so that meat's stacked with the other meats. It would be better if it was all the time. If the meat always did it. But we're going to put the stuff that lasts a little bit longer in here for these guys. I'm going to cut up these. Oh, I should have saved one to test the... salt theory. What's attacking me and where? There's a drac out there. Okay. Whee! I need a ramp on that thing. We got the little buff on the very first time and then not since. But it's lasting a whole lot longer than the other one. Oh yeah, I was out here for a reason. Oh, they ate it all. Okay. I was going to try to grab one back so I could test the salting it theory. But they ate it too fast. Too much steel. I have too much leather. Too much bone. The little leather box is full. So is my fur and bone one. Let's grind up all the bone. So now we have beeswax and honey as options because we did that, which is good. I need to think through what's my plan here. Okay, I'm running in circles, but what's my goal? I'm trying to set myself up to do the mission in the lava zone. That's the next one we're gonna take. So we need the points to do the obsidian armor. We're not there yet. Let's make rope. We have way too much rope. Will this fit? I don't think that's gonna fit. We're gonna have to take one away. Put the wood back in here. Grab these sticks. Make tree sap out of them. Let's put the steel somewhere. The steel in here. Stack that up better. I don't know if we already had platinum and titanium in here. Okay, so we need the advanced textiles bench. I want the electric one, but it occurs to me that we might not have the power for that. Did I actually unlock the thing? Titanium plates. Has it not made my titanium yet? No, it hasn't made the titanium yet. Let's have it switch to doing that. To do the foundry, though, then we're really going to need to make this bigger. Okay. So what's next? What else did I just unlock? Did I not unlock anything cool? Okay, we can make the advanced one in only 10 iron ingots. Is it worth bothering to do that? It is worth bothering to do that because then I can get the platinum weave that I need to make the advanced fishing traps. So let's grab 10 iron. I'm gonna make the advanced textiles bench. We'll end up replacing it with the electric pretty quickly, but that's okay. We can always tear these things back down. I never do. I kind of save them in case I want to put them somewhere else, but it's an option. We could tear them down. Let's stick a bunch of stuff in here for now. Okay, pick this up. So now the question is, do I want to spread this out? And I think that I do. I think we're going to start putting them against the wall. I can always put things down the middle if I want to later, but I'm not sure I need to. I don't think there's much workstations that we're missing. I might throw some storage up here at some point, but... So now we can make cured leather in here, and we can also make platinum weave, which we need. If we're going to do fish traps for this mission, we might as well just go ahead and do the good ones. Let's grab the stuff out of here. So that means we need a lot more fiber. All goes in here, and that, and that, and that, and that. Leather can go in there. Like, immediately filled this thing back up. We're gonna need to put, like, the rope and stuff in a storage box downstairs in our storage room. Let's put the bench in here. So let's make the attachments, if we can. What is it gonna take to put an attachment on my scythe to get seeds? 3 epoxy, 2 coal, 3 steel. That is so cheap. Okay. We're going to do that because before I go harvesting a bunch of stuff, I like getting the fiber seeds, even though you end up with hundreds of it. That's kind of the goal. I want hundreds of it. I already forgot what the third thing was. Oh, crap. What was the third thing? Coal. Coal was the third thing. Yes, exactly. It's good for the animal feed. It's good for making biofuel. You can use it to make seed oil. This is a loud storm. And then we also have the knife now that we haven't put one on. So we can have it do more damage. We can have it attack faster. I don't really care about the prime meat or bone or leather. So attack speed. I actually might make a couple attack speed ones for my axe and my pick. You can go faster. And then maybe we'll do the melee damage on the knife. I could do speed on all of them, honestly. A 10% extra melee damage is probably not that big of a difference. Let's put you in here. Alright, but for attack speed, can I do 2 of them? Yes. Yeah, perfect. I've seen so many requests for that as a quality of life change, to be able to pin recipes, because it would make a big difference. Alright, so we want our stickleback, and then we're gonna put a speed attachment on our pick. And to make the melee damage one, we need what? Leather, refined wood, and iron ingots. Okay. Wood. I need to eat something. Did you see that? Gosh darn it. So bad at eating in this. Especially when I'm just hanging out at home doing stuff. Hitting recipes would be so good. I mean, it really would be. It would make a huge difference. Let's move this glass out of here. Yeah, not what I was setting out to do, but take the iron out and upstairs. And now we will make a melee damage attachment. Okay, so pick back, axe. I'm going to put it on the axe. I really need to upgrade this axe, but for now it's what I've got, so we're going to go with it. What's it take to make the attachment for my hammer? There's one for repair speed. Oh, cool, I can make it. Modify our hammer as well. I'd like everything to be modified. I could do one more attack speed and put it on my spear. I like the spears. I want to like the spears, but they're so slow. But this spear lights things on fire, so I'm automatically more entertained to use it than I would be. Alright, so axe is back, knife is going in to get the melee damage attachment. Let me go put some of the stuff away now. A lot of stuff in here too, more iron. I'm going to ditch this in there. And that one, and the coal. Epoxy can go back in here. And let's put the wood back where the wood goes. You know what? I'm just going to move this while I'm thinking about it. The problem with the spear that I learned with the polar bear is that it's good for being backed into a corner unless you light yourself on fire. You do have to be careful to not light yourself on fire when you're too close to a polar bear. That part gets a little problematic. All right, and then repair speed for the hammer. Once we're done with these, I actually don't even have anything in this bench, so we're just going to push it right back against the wall. And then this will be a big open space. When I go to expand for the foundry, I might even make this less of a 2-story. Like, we could end the second story here and have this be more open to fit some of the big stuff. I might make the cold steel spear for when I go into the lava area. I feel like the things that they added in this map really, really fit well with the whole idea of the weaknesses. Like, that you don't really see that on Olympus or Styx, where it's like, you know, we've got a set of things that does extra damage that the cold area things are going to be susceptible to, like the fire items. But then you've got a whole other set that's good against the lava area monsters because they're hot and you're using ice on them. So this map really leans into that, like, separate set of tools for the type of animal you're going to be fighting. I really wish, I kind of get why they didn't, it would have been a problem, but I really wish that you had access to these items on the other maps. Like, I would love to have cold steel on Styx, but you just can't do that, it doesn't exist. You can't get the super cooled ice. I won't block my window for now. So that's why I'm going through so much, or so many more points, it feels like. Because I wasn't thinking about it until Sarah mentioned it, but there's a lot more things to unlock where there's no point. You can't make obsidian armor or obsidian things or frost things. So far we're good. Everybody's still here. We haven't lost anybody to the circus. Okay, so now, good for that. We made the fishing bench. We have platinum here, so let's turn some of this into platinum sheaths. Just do half of it. Put the other half here. I don't want to waste too much of it. We're going to see how much I can get away with. Now we're going to go use our scythe. Since we'll get seeds, we're going to go get a whole bunch of fiber. That's the thing we were going to do. It's so much more too. You get so much more doing this with the good scythe compared to the other one. I want to come over here and do the carrots and see if this preserves the carrots. There were carrots over here somewhere, right here. Yes, chilled. So this one's 40 minutes. So now I can use the carrots to test the salting. $53 minutes. Well, in my inventory, over an hour now. Oh, why is it so chilled as double? Weird. So you can take something that's chilled and then salt it, and it will last for even longer. Of course, it creates the same issue, right? Like, now these things don't stack together. So I'm going to salt these two as well, and then stick them in my fridge. That's the only part that I don't love, is that it stops them from being able to stack. Hey, Pi. Good to see you. Okay, put a bunch of this fiber right in here before I forget. That's what we were getting it for. Except we also need it for the platinum, so let's go get even more fiber. Our drills might be ready. Can't remember exactly how long it takes. We'll probably wait till a little closer to end of stream and then go check the copper one. That will give us a good idea. But we'll start the stream and end the stream with collecting from our drills. I'd like to level so I can get some more points. We should take a look and see what the other missions are, too. Squirreling all over the place. Okay, we've got some fiber. There's more right here. Let's just grab this fiber, too. Do all these little patches. I was also glad, Pie, to see that they immediately rolled back and made it a little bit more forgiving for the seed changes that they did. It took a full minute to make a seed before. I did the little seed thingy now. It took a full minute, and now it only takes 30 seconds. So they made it a lot better. Hey, Depai, good to see you. I did just put the thing on the scythe to get it that way, though. I want to get it when I'm out harvesting. What was I doing? Oh yeah, platinum. Let's grab this.
You're awesome!
Oh, Depai, thank you for continuing to be a member. Okay, so platinum, we can do 20 of them. I don't remember exactly how much it takes for the advanced fish traps, but 20 is a good start. Actually, let me leave... I was going to say let me leave some extra fiber in here, but kind of full. I'm going to swap out some of this rope with some fiber. And then put the rope down here. The extra fiber in here. Oh, we need tree sap. Yeah, we have to have it finished filling these canisters before we can go running around and checking our drills. And then we're going to do that, and then it's going to need a whole new set of biofuel. So let's make another 1,000 sticks so that we can make more biofuel that way. I guess more fiber? More fiber, we can mine up some stuff. We could do a whole mining run to another biome. We saw that cave inside the Arctic, like when you just go into the Arctic, there was a cave there. We could head out to do that. Oh, we were going to do a little mission. I never noticed an improvement putting water on the biofuel either. I want to try the electric one. I haven't bothered with the resources, but I've heard that it's better. I need to put my wooden composter out too. I realized I have a wooden composter, but I didn't put it outside. We can start making fertilizer. Fertilizer is good for the plants, but it's also really good for gunpowder. Which is potentially going to be what I need it for more than anything. Oh yeah, let's go check the mission board. Through my window. Alright, hard crazed creature or a medium scanning mission. I'm a little traumatized by the crazed creature after the issue I had in the other game, so... let's do the scanning. Scanning's not bad. Scanning's pretty good. I have crazed creature trauma. I want one with the house. That's what I'm going for here. I want one with the house so that I can get a beacon. I want a beacon. Pod is how far away? Not that bad. Not terribly far. I need to be up here. Scanning when you did, Sarah, brought animals you'd never seen before. Yeah, there's no Komodos just naturally on Olympus, I don't think. The amount of time that there have been memberships, yeah, like 2 years for the Rainbow Stars, blows my mind. It doesn't feel like that long. You blink and time goes by so quickly. I really have to adjust when I'm playing multiplayer to things like these animals, crazed creatures, where I'm like, oh, it should be fine. Only it's not. Right in the mouth. That's what you get for yelling at me. Can I jump to here? Yeah. I don't think there's a cave near my map. Or my ramp. There is one. Okay, you know what? I think I know which one you mean. There is one right there. It was a very small one that we have already done, except it did respawn exotic, so we'll have to pop in there every now and then. I was looking at it though. I'm going to go down another side note here. But if you look at the talent tree, it like just assessing really quickly what you lose. So this is kind of what I'm used to, except even more because this is my max level character. But you're losing base health. You're losing 20% health regeneration. You're losing 10% movement speed. 15 physical resistance goes away. 50 stamina goes away right off the bat. 10 damage goes away. Like, everything drops down. You lose weight capacity. You're not as stealthy anymore. And when you're used to, you know, the skills that you have, like on Styx, my other max level character, I can just go out and kill a crazed creature and it's no big deal. But I quickly learned that without all those extra solo point buffs, it was not. Whoa!
Danger.
That guy came out of nowhere. Now I got hit by the thing. That was crazy. You're coming too close to me, so now you have to go. Gotta get a bandage. Alright, we got a few more blueprint points. And then the scanny thingy was down here.
Well, here we are. You know what to do?
I'm not too worried about it. Most of the stuff that shows up here is super easy. There's usually a bear or two, which will probably jump scare me. But I'm not too worried about these scanning ones now. I don't love the hill. Stuff's gonna scare me coming over the hill, but that's okay. I'm also suddenly really parched and I want a sip of my water, but I know that the second I take my hand off of the keyboard and or mouse, things are gonna go really crazy. Oh, it's a Komodo. All right. That didn't kill you? It's so funny that you mentioned that, Sarah, because Komodos are not native to this map either. So them being the animal for this, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting Komodos. Okay, go for my water. I knew it. One was going to show up. That's okay. These aren't that scary. It wasn't the bear. Austrian beer hat would be super cool. There's the bear. That should not have taken as many arrows as it did. Come on, little buddy. Here you are. These things are like nearly dead. Somersaults. Something else is coming for me. I hear it. Really? The mission is over, silly goose. I was probably already spawned in, but just a little too far away. Skin all these guys. I don't think we've gotten any... Oh yeah, okay, so the raw white meat and some of this raw meat did get the buff. I get why it's not all the time, but it does make using it less appealing. At the end of the day, though, I can just drop meat if I end up with too many stacks of it. It's not really that deep. Alright, let's see. What is this? Oh! There was one of those houses here. Oh no, this was my tower! That's where my beacon tower was. Alright. Hopefully this reward will be slightly less lame. Avocados, again. Wood and sticks. Black wolf knife. I mean, don't really need any of these things. We don't need any of them. The black wolf knife is entertaining. I don't really have one of those. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as what we do have. But I don't know what it has. We really don't need more avocados. I guess we can take the wood. The extra refined wood without having to make it will be nice. You know what? I'm going to take the wolf knife. My secondary character can use it when they come in. 49 to 55 damage. And this one is like in the 60s. That's probably better than iron though. I'll have to go look.
Clear area.
Alright, let's head back. Might check and see if there's a house defense one. We'll get some fiber while we're out as well. It would be cool if you could dual wield. I tried a shield for the first time. That was on my list of things to try to get out of the death loop with the duplicated alpha wolves. Was to make a shield for the first time. It wasn't too bad. It was just a crappy bone shield, but you can use it with your knife. And it stays on your, like it lives in your bulk slot. The one on the end, the G. It lives there. So like if you're using your bow, like I use my bow, right? And then I scroll to my knife if I need to. My shield would automatically be there. It does not work with a spear because it's two-handed. So the only thing I found really was the knife that it would work effectively with. But because it just stays in that slot, if you have to scroll real fast to use it, there would already be a shield on my offhand. So it's pretty cool. This thing hasn't fallen apart, but I feel like it might. I forgot that there is this extra piece So like the support on this end now is based on a wooden piece, not a scoria or stone piece. So let's go grab a stone piece. Or if I can make a scoria piece, we can do that. We have a stone one though, but let's make a scoria one just so it matches. You know, like the 2 inches that we're going to be able to see of it. But I want to see if that fixes the support issue that we are having. That is not the door. This is the door. Doors. Okay, we want scoria. Come on. Yep, that fixed it. That fixed it. So now this one is not full of cracks and suffering from potential lack of structural integrity. So we fixed it. I'm not sure, like, yeah, this piece isn't actually touching the ground. Oh, I fell down. Okay, it's just water. But yeah, that piece is not touching the ground, so all of the structural support for this whole thing was coming from that wooden piece. So we're good. If we look at this thing now, we should already be able to see, yeah, it's got some spoiled plants in it, so it starts to do that. What's going to be my first electric item? I don't even know. Okay, let's go upstairs and grab the platinum weave that we made and see about making fish traps. Okay, so copper nails and iron ingots. Actually super easy. You can get all of this. No, was that a rabbit? It is a rabbit. You just live in there now, huh? Okay. They're gonna eat through this so quickly that I don't think it matters. Let's make this into meat. And we've got plenty of that, but let's make 10 more. Something's attacking. Of course it's a drac. It's always a drac, except when it's a slug thingy. Or it's boar. I need to eat again. Okay. You get a surprising amount of T-bone steaks off of these dracs. So more meat to immediately come in here and process. Let's take a look. We have a lot of bone. We have a lot of fiber. Got some wood pieces now. That in there. Those are full. Let's put extra bone or wolf teeth in there. And I will put my knife in here. So what does the iron knife do? 54 to 60. Okay. So it's a little bit below the iron knife. Oh, I thought these were the same thing. No, these are throwing knives. But that's okay. The more I have stuff that I don't need as my own backup. So like I keep these tools because if I die, like what happened with the polar bear, I want to jump in and be able to grab my gear back or enough backup gear to survive going to get my stuff. And the problem with bringing in a secondary character is that then that character uses the things, and if you forget to fix it, well, now you come in with your main character, you die, and you're like, oh no, now I don't have a backup, whatever it is. So if I get backups to the backups that I don't care about, then I don't have to worry about making sure that my building character remembers to take off the iron knives that I have it here just in case. I'm gonna put the wood pieces... I already kind of messed up my drop box a little bit, so we're just gonna stick them in there. It's fine. A lot of leather. A lot of leather. Let's do that. Let's put that in there. Should make some cured leather. We only have 16, and I am going to want to make the cured leather armor at some point. It's the best, like, all-around armor, and then you can change into the specialty ones depending on what you're going off to do. But I prefer the cured armor, cured leather armor. For like the day-to-day. Get all of this. I gotta get some of this moved out of here. This thing fills up and then it's problematic. The materials processor would be a good one to make. Just keeping an eye on this to make sure it doesn't fill up. If you run out of inventory slots, it just stops working. Because there's not enough space for it to, like, put things. Come on. Oh, while we're keeping an eye on that, what their quests are there that we can do? A hunting quest and a crafting tools quest. Let's take the crafting tools. Probably going to abandon it since it's hard, which means it's going to be expensive. But I want to get one of those house ones with the beacon. Yeah, 5 iron knives, 3 iron pickaxes, and 5 iron axes. That's so expensive. I mean, granted, we have a stupid amount of iron. But I guarantee you, whatever the reward is for doing that is not going to be worth... It's not going to be worth the resources we put into it, so we're going to abandon it, and then we just have to wait 10 minutes before we can re-roll on that. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. The loot will be wood. Something just absolutely not worth it. Make epoxy, that'll clear out all this crushed bone from being in our way. And then we're going to take... some tree sap over here, just so we're not forgetting about that. And then I'm going to take some upstairs so I can make cured leather. Normally I do this with beeswax, but we're not really up and running on our beeswax yet. I know, it being in seconds does make it seem way longer to say 600 seconds instead of 10 minutes. We're going to leave the tree sap in there. It'll be nice to get to that upgraded armor. We don't have enough points for life. What solo point do I want next? Let's see. The whole maintenance one I can do. Let's do this one. Let's reduce the carry weight of wood, stone, and ores. So things will weigh a little bit less as we're running around coming back from missions and the like. I'll take a look at my other talent ones later. I want to have... The goal today was to prepare myself for next time taking the lava area mission on. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be there, but I think we'll use 5 of our 6 points on the armor. So we've got 1 point left. We are really cutting it close on our points at the moment. But I want to be able to do that. I want to make those pieces. Because today was all about prepping for that. Oh yeah, I ran out of leather. Because I just took all my leather and turned it into rope. The house ones, exactly. Super OP. Because you get everything that's in the house plus the reward in the end. I love them. They are my favorite. All right, we have leather in the box. Grab that. I'll replace that easily enough. Okay, so we have the obsidian head, but then nothing else because of the leather issue. So, chest, arms, pants, and feet. Perfect. Full obsidian set. Stick that in there. I'll put that in there too. What else did I want to have done before that? We're going to want cold steel arrows, which I think I can make. What are we missing? We are missing copper nails. So let's make some more. We ended up with 28 titanium. That's not terrible. No, we don't want that many. Let's make 100. Put some copper over here. I might need to make some more cold steel. Just a bit. I'd like a stack of 100. I'm fairly certain that the mission itself gives you some cold steel arrows and some cold steel bolts. So we would have access to them. But if I make them myself, I get the extra damage. So the extra 10% when going to fight the scary things might be a good idea. It certainly can't hurt. No, the super cold ice does not melt. Which I think is why you can't use it in like the fridges and stuff. It just exists. I need 9 of these. And then I can make a stack of 100 arrows. If we're going to be running out to like live in the lava area for the time it's going to take us to do that. Perfect, 20. But I want to make sure we're bringing plenty of ammunition. What else did I need for this? Oh yeah, iron ingots and copper nails. I knew I was supposed to be getting something together. Where do I want my iron ingots from? Where do they live? I have them like everywhere. Let's make some more copper nails. This time I will make a bunch since we just ran out again. Oh, I guess I could have taken some iron from in here, huh? That would be fun if it was a building material. Like, yeah, if you could make like an igloo, that would be fun. Alright, let's grab those. That should be enough. Wrong bench. This one. Okay, so how many can I make here? 2, but just because of the ingots. If I grab more iron, I can make 4. I'm going to do that because the more I can fish, the better off we'll be while we're out there hunting. We need some stupid amount of fish because it's like the different types of fish. Like we need a certain number of different types of fish. So it's not just catching fish. We have to get to a certain number. So it doesn't matter if we get 50 of the same fish. We need 20 of whatever the other fish is, right? So it's potentially going to be a longer process than just throw them in, keep an eye on them, come back. All right, so what does it take to make the reinforced glass? I think it's steel. It is steel. Steel and epoxy. We're gonna put a bunch of steel in there for that as well. because I'm not going to do it. But my building character will. Building character will do it. I don't have the pull and tackle box unlocked, so we're going to be fully relying on the traps. I'm going to harvest some stuff so I can get the extra frozen ore. I don't necessarily need oxide, although it can't hurt. No, fishing was not terrible in this. It is not up there with Stardew on the index of fishing. I might make a poll. I don't think we have to turn in the fish. I think we just have to capture them. Oh, it's the storm. I'm like, why does everything sound so ominous all of a sudden? It's the storm. We scared the goat. Our little goat friend, we're not here for you. I definitely don't need sulfur. I have an absolutely insane amount of sulfur. Oh yeah, we can check the cave behind the base for sure. Let's see if it came back. I don't know how often that happens. But it was pretty cool that it did. My lantern's gonna die is the only thing. Oh, it closed back up. I don't think that has anything to do with if it's gonna be respawned or not, but we're gonna have to dig our way back into it. So let's repair this. Let's stick these in here. Let's put... How much glass do I have right now? A lot. Okay, so we're gonna put the rest... Okay, stop being stuck. We're gonna put the rest of this in the cement mixer. And then I need my oxygen bottle back. I would not have thought of it if I wasn't coming over here to put oxide in this machine. Need to put sulfur in here too. Do I have a stack of less than 50 sulfur? Take a 40. Want to make more steels. I'm trying to keep an eye on the iron ore that we're getting. I can make it with the bars too, but I think we're getting a lot more ice. See, this is why I didn't bother with the ice borers anymore. Once you have this, this is more than I will ever need. The O2 canister that you can buy is equivalent to this one that you can make. So the canteen and the oxygen tank, these levels right here, are the same as the ones that you can buy in the store, or at the workshop rather. We still ended up with 15 iron out of all this. Lots more copper. We've got golds. I'm used to them being like out in the middle now, so I'm gonna keep moving like they're over there, but they're not. The good thermos and the good O2. Oh yeah, like the upgraded ones. Because they did add upgraded ones. The basic ones are these. But if I remember correctly, the new ones they added were specific to this map. Like they take the red exotics. If it's the one I'm thinking of, anyway. Not quite time to sleep yet. Let's go upstairs, though. Has it been 10 minutes? It has been 10 minutes. Alright, farming is a no. I guess we'll do the hidden cache. We'll see if it can possibly be worse than the wood. We were going to go to bed, but there's a drac right there. But let's see if we can go to sleep. It's not attacking us yet. It's still too early. I didn't realize it's not. It is red exotics, yeah. I only have a tiny amount of those. I haven't come across any of the plants. Apparently there's strange plants in this is where you get red exotic deposits. Oh, my fire went out because I started this too early. Okay, let's try this again. Now we can sleep. And the Drac is not attacking, at least. Alright, this thing's doing its thing. So look out of there if we need it. What was I doing? We have the armor. We have the cold steel arrows to bring over there. We have resources, but I'm going to have my other character come in and actually construct the building pieces, so I'm not doing that at the moment. Are we ready for that adventure? We might be. All my gear is upgraded. We'll get a compound bow. The mission gives us a compound bow. Are you still out here? Like he took off because that's the bunny that lives in our place now. He just lives there. Alright, so let's go see. Oh, he's in the water. I was like, what was that? I'm not jumping in there after him. He's fine. He is fine. I want to use up these arrows anyway. Oh, I was supposed to check the cave. I was supposed to check the cave. Man, I am bad at staying focused. We'll do that after we find out what garbage is in this cache. It's so funny because sometimes they are really good. Like, I've gotten huge collections of really good arrows and bolts from them before. But it feels like the majority of them now are pretty much cooked meat. That wood was the worst I've ever seen. Okay, yeah, see, this one's not terrible. Gunpowder, flint and bone arrows, we're beyond. The steel arrows aren't terrible. We're beyond that too, but as backups, it's better than the wood. The bar has been officially lowered, so we can say it's better than the wood. Grab the bees. It would be fun if these ones also gave you a reward pod at the end. So you got like whatever was in the cache and then the reward pod on top of it. Especially when the cache is something dumb. Alright, cave. We're gonna go check the cave. And then it's probably been long enough that we can run around and do all of our other drills as well. That might be our next task. Oh, now something's attacking us. There we go. I think this lava mission is going to be beyond a stream. So far, we've been doing pretty well at like one stream per mission. I mean, we've got, this one's obviously prep. For both that one and the one after it. The tier 4 stuff we've been trying to do is more for the next mission after the lava one. But because we have to Oh, look! There are exotics in here. I see them. Our house is really convenient to this, Oh, there's iron in here, too. So this cave respawned more than just the exotics. Cool. That's super handy. Copper, iron. I didn't think that they were supposed to respawn. But I'll take it. There we go. Yeah, anyway, I don't know that we'll finish it in one stream. And it's potentially going to be even more repetitive than this. Because this has just been a lot of squirreling and prep work. That's just going to be a lot of running in circles trying to find the right things to kill. So we'll see how it goes. There's no school on Friday. So I was looking at other things, but I think I'm going to stream this again. I know I've been playing a lot of it. I'm going to stream it again on Thursday because it's not a school night. So if we're close to finishing, I don't have any point of reference on how hard it's going to be to find the things we have to kill. I know a couple of the things we have to find 20 of them. Those big... Ooh, inventory's full. Hey, good thing we're right near home. Those lava spitting monster things from the swamp mission, we have to kill 5 of those. And then it's 20 of a couple other different varieties of lava area beasts that we've never come across. So it will definitely be an interesting adventure. And we're gonna run in here. Where is my here we go. Frozen ore. Gonna move these up so that it actually processes all of them. I'm gonna take this and make it into steel. No, I'm not, because I don't have any coal on me. Grab the coal. And a little bit of iron. Nope, my inventory's full. Okay. Let's make steel. I can make it with charcoal, but I just don't want to. No other reason. And the golds. The exotics in this box? Nope, this box. There we go. Exactly, Sarah. It's like those the hunter missions on steroids. But that's all it is. We have to go there. There's no building requirement. Like, me wanting a little outpost there is just because we're going to be so far from home in a potentially very dangerous place. But the mission is just kill X number of creatures and catch X number of fish. So there's no waves of attacks or anything crazy. It doesn't spawn any extra, I don't think. It's just a matter of we have to catch the fish from the specific location. And then it's going to be a lot of running around. It's the type of thing that I probably would record and do as a recorded episode. Just because I could cut out a bit of the running in circles, but time-wise, it's just not going to work out to do that for this one. But that's fine. We'll chit-chat. We'll hunt for stuff. There we go. 100 bunnies to kill. I know, right? Alright, we've got more iron here. I'm going to take this iron and coal back. I'm going to add this in here. So let's make even more steel. I think we're going to need quite a bit of steel when it comes to our greenhouse. We're gonna be doing a lot with our greenhouse. And that's a lot of reinforced glass. Nope. Do this. Okay, let's take a look. Did I unlock anything? I think I did the materials processor. We made our advanced bench. We made the foundry. Actually, you know what? I can probably make the foundry if I can get the titanium plates. Maybe I didn't unlock the materials processor? No, I did. It's right here. Okay. That takes titanium plates as well. So let's grab the titanium that we made. At least 20 of it. Titanium plates are rough because, like, platinum sheaths, pretty good. For every platinum ingot, you get 4 sheaths. Not that bad. It's 3 titanium per titanium plate. That's why getting the drill on the titanium is so important. Let's put our spare ammo in. Does any of it go in here? Okay, yeah, we had a couple other steel arrows. And then we have some in here, maybe? I accidentally moved all my aluminum arrows out. That would be bad. Okay, let's put the platinum, or titanium rather, back in here. Let's go put our bees in our beehive. We're already building this up pretty quickly. Put the stone in the masonry bench. And then... where are we at? We've got about 20 minutes to go. Let's go and check on our drills. Even if they're not totally ready, they're going to be close to ready. The gunpowder in here. Okay, let's go check the copper one right across the way first. It really does pay to pop back into the caves. I think the ones that we have benches, or drills rather, in are never going to do that. I don't know. I've never seen one restock even the other ore. Like, they're not supposed to do that, I don't think. Come on. There we go. I don't hear the drill. But I think it is full. These arrows I do want back, although I do need to work through them so I can get the better damage aluminum ones. Okay, perfect. Yep, they are full and ready to move. That means that the rest of them should be as well. I'm not even gonna shoot you. That's not even worth wasting the arrow. Let's just go back. Whoa, hello. Oh, this is a nice little XP farm. They were all just like sitting in one spot. We are going to have to consider our food situation if we're taking a really long trip out to the lava biome. I'll probably bring some of those avocados. I like to put preserved foods out where I am having an outpost. Because then I know there'll always be food there if I go back. I don't have to worry about it spoiling. So I might actually throw one of those fish traps down so I can make some pickled freshwater fish. We could grab berries and make the berries. But let's start with the fish. I mean, I made the fish traps anyway. And then we'll see what other things are worth doing. Let's put the copper right in here. Put the meat in here. I want to prioritize stuff that's going to last longer. I'll leave a slot for spoiled meat. Okay. And this can go in here. Let's start some refilling. We're going to want the bird for the next batch just because it's going to be so heavy. What was I coming in here for? Bones. Perfect. Okay, let's grab the bird. Long Island is thirsty. Oh, you guys all need water, don't you? Seabreeze is better off in this time, so we're gonna take Seabreeze. But first we need to get the extra inventory slots and carry weight, the stamina, movement speed. Okay. It will fill back up their water when we get back. Okay, here we go. I do want to make the smoker. Off we go. We'll swing by the... It's the platinum, I think, that's outside. Is that coal? Oh, that's iron. I have that on my paper. I like the honey... The honey bacon on the smoker is probably my favorite. I like the honey bacon and the T-bone steak with... I think it's like the gorse flowers, the yellow flowers on T-bone steak are really good. Okay. We'll grab the gold. Oops. My husband told me that my house on my Sticks map looks like a trailer. Like it looks like a trailer park trailer because it's kind of up on stilts and there's a grill outside my front door and it's just a box with funny windows. I was like, really? That's what you're going to compare it to? I'm proud of this box. He had a point though. He had a point. Bacon flights with different flavors of bacon. That would be amazing. Oh, okay. Sorry, Seabreeze. I was looking at chat. Sorry, buddy. I would have been really, really upset if Seabreeze didn't survive that. Because I put the extra fall damage protection on Long Island, but not Seabreeze. That would have been terrible. Alright, let's head back. Get my light on anymore. Seabreeze survived. She's fine. We have 5 blueprint points now. I think what we need to do is just prioritize this titanium so we can get enough titanium plates. The materials processor and composites and the foundry and all of that is what we're going to need for the mission after this one. To do the miasmic one, I think. I'm going to do both of those and then we'll get back on the main story. That's my plan. Now, I'm pretty sure that Seabreeze is going to try to get back to where I got off. Yes. So we're just going to reset him right there. Let's go in. Oh, I left my door open. Yeah, that ramp could definitely use a railing. Alright, let's put our titanium first. So everything in the top left will process before anything else. I'm actually going to save some of the gold. I think I have some in here already that I'm saving. But you need either raw gold or platinum ores to make the composites. Normally I do platinum because I end up with so much of it, but right now I have plenty of gold. So I'm going to save this. Let's put the biofuel canisters away. This is definitely not enough to refill them. It's not going to cut it. Let's go put the fish trap in. I meant to do that before running off. I did the same thing in this game that I did in the other one. I finally got power, and I haven't even used it. Alright, so that'll collect some fish for us so that we can make some of that. Let's take a look at the quick missions. And we only have a few more minutes, but I'm holding out hope for the one with the house. Oh, right here. Yep. An abandoned base and search it for the UDA. Yes. We have 12 minutes. It's fine. What time of day is it? Only 1 p.m. That's not too bad. Where did this go? Oh, really? I take back everything I just said. This is a cliff that we have to build our way up to. So let me grab all the ramps I've got. We're going to try to make our way up there. Pretty sure if we go... Like, it's a tall cliff, too. Like, this is not a short cliff. Let's head right towards it, and then we can adjust if we need to. And I'm pretty sure that the house will not be up here. A lot of times we have to go grab the beacon and the house is somewhere super far away. Eventually, I think somewhere over here on this cliff is the cut through to the... Like, there's a cave that you use to get to the lava area. Somewhere. So we might need to build, like, a permanent ramp up here anyway. Have we been in this cave? Is this a cave that we've been in? Is it even a cave? It looks like a cave. Oh, it's definitely a cave. Let me consult my map. We definitely have not been in this cave. I'm squirreling. Okay. Nope. Focus. Focus. See, this is really tall. This is taller than the number of ramps I have. And I don't think it gets any better. I mean, in theory, we could ramp up to here, grab our ramps back, and then ramp up. This is where I fell and nearly died, was trying to do this the first time, looking for ore pieces or ore deposits. There's a couple spots here where we could go up to them and then, you know, take our ramps apart and move them along. Let's... Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna have to kill this guy if we're gonna try to do this right here. Sorry. Okay, so to start, let's try to get up. Maybe when it snaps back like that, I want to go up here. Oh, come on. Nope, that's gonna be too far out. I need them to be... Okay, now we only have stone ones. We might have to go back for some of the other ones. Okay. The problem with the ladders is you can never get them quite close enough to the edge. Or I can't, anyway. Alright, now the house is going to be like across the map. Yeah, the circle's over here. That's another spot that I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to build up to. So we're gonna have to reclaim our ramps on the way down. Yeah, I was looking for this gold deposit where I fell off and nearly died. Where did I leave my ramps? Actually, this is what happened to me when I nearly died. Was playing the where did I leave my ramps game. Okay. Where did I go from here? Oh, right there. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna ramp that so that I don't die. That would be a good time to refresh my food buffs. Just in case. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, nope, we got it. We've got it. Okay, now we need to go this way. It's gonna be up there. They really did make this one the most inconvenient one ever. And it's just because I was like, oh yeah, I can fit this in before the end of stream. It'll be fine. We can make this work. I wonder how much bad stuff is even gonna spawn up here. I've done that before too, Sarah. Pull the wrong ramp and take the one out under my feet. Yeah. I think that from up here where we used to live is probably the closest we can get to it. And then we can like ramp up to there maybe? And then go the other way. Need some lights. This is not ideal. That is not going to have enough structure to it. Alright, there's the house. We're gonna have to figure out our way down from here in a bit. I wonder how much is gonna spawn up here. I've never been up here before. Let's just do the... Let's do the looting first. Oh, some Wayfarer armor, some steel bolts, health recovery, and stamped sustenance enhancement tonics. The Wayfarer armor, not as good here, I don't think. Because it's desert armor. And there's no desert. It does take platinum weave to make it though, so I wonder if we could... Come on. I wonder if we could harvest it for resources instead. Because I feel like we're never going to want to use it. Like, it's hot in the lava area, but we want the obsidian with the lava protection. Not this. 53. You're way far away from me. How did you hit me with that? The cliffs in this are obnoxiously hard to parkour down. Like on sticks, a mountain like this would be no issue. Because you could just shimmy down it. Alright. Drop the beacon. Pick up our new beacon. I was gonna say, will you just keep eating that house for me so it goes away? Ha! Reward beacon. Ooh, platinum. Alright, well that's what we want. We want the platinum ingots. 25 of them. And Wayfarer pants. We just got the shirt and the hat from in there, and now we have the pants. Oh yeah, I'm bleeding.
Clear immediate area.
These right in my health thing. That was actually a really good reward. Now, where did I leave my ramps? It would be this way somewhere. I might not be able to see them from up here. But I feel like I'm going to need them. We would have come up right here. And I think we came slightly this way. Oh, ouch. Okay. Nope, we're good. We're mostly good. This is fine. Everything is fine. I'm tempted to jump from here. I mean, worst case, we die. Really? Alright, now I'm just shooting these into this. Oh! Oh no! Okay. Well, that's one way to get down. I really was trying to use the ramp. I broke my leg. Are you in the rock? There you are. That hurt a little bit. We have a broken leg, but we are not dead, so it's fine. Alright, now where are my ramps? Now that we're at the bottom, where are my ramps? Did we really come this far over? I didn't think we did. We were apparently not at all where I thought we were when we came up, huh? No, because now we're all the way at the cave. I mean, we're right here. We have to check it for exotics. But we weren't at the cave. We're missing like 8 wooden ramps. They should be somewhere. And we picked off the one from the top, so there should still be the bottom one. That looks like... Was that exotics up there? Where's the worm thing? Right under my feet. It is. There are exotics in here. What's this one? Silica? Cool. Alright, this was a worthwhile squirrel moment. Okay, so our ramps have to be out here to the left. Because we didn't go past the cave. And we came up over here. We're way too far. They're just wooden ramps. It doesn't really matter if I lose them, but it's the principle of the thing now. Also, I should treat my broken leg. And I have to restock on health supplies after this. Of course. There they are. Here's my ramps. It does remind me that part of my prep process should be like a ton of ramps. I imagine that this quest will take us how to get to the lava biome. Like, I know somewhere over here is a cave that cuts through this whole mess, but I'm not sure exactly where. So I'm hoping that the quest shows us that, but we're gonna have to build up to it for sure. And if we're gonna be going in and out of the lava biome, that needs to be a permanent staircase. At least semi-permanent. I mean, we might realize a better path to bring it once we're up there, but it should be stone for sure. I'll try to make a bunch of ramps when I bring the builder over as well. Builder Blue will take care of that. I grabbed the beacon, right? Okay, I did. I just had such a moment where I was like, did I leave the beacon behind? Because that would be just my luck. When the whole reason I wanted to do one of these was to get another beacon. Which I'm going to put in here. Because eventually that's where I would put... the extra drill to go with it. Alright, we've got 20 more titanium. Let's take those and make them into sheets. I know I'm like slightly over time here, so we're not going to do this for long. Let's put the other titanium back. Put the carbon back. My exotics live in here. I'm up to quite a good stash. 91 exotics. All from just cave spawns. Will my armor fit in here? No, it will not. And we already had the Wayfarer feet. So actually all we need is a Wayfarer arms, and we randomly ended up with the full set accidentally. Like, not on purpose. We just will have the full Wayfarer set for no good reason. No good reason. Okay. But anyway, I think this was super productive. I feel really prepped and ready with a couple building pieces needing to be done. But we got a lot done. Lots of little missions. It was a pretty random one, so thanks for hanging out with me while we did a lot of scrolling around. But I think that we are in good shape. So on Thursday, we will back on this for Thursday, where we are going to have our building pieces set up. I'll have that done off stream, and then I think we're good to go. I don't think I need to do anything other than figure out what kind of food we're going to bring. Because if we're going to be over there for a while, I want to make sure I'm bringing enough snacks. But we should be good. And we'll see how long the hunting actually takes us. So I'll add that to my schedule in Discord. If you're interested, that is where I try to put them first. Otherwise, the streams get put up on YouTube on the day of. So if you enjoyed tonight's stream and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one. And until then, have a good one, everybody.